Hello my friends and welcome to Facebook Goof and Giggle YouTube channel and the Facebook page. This is Pout-Pout Fish and he can't sleep. The can't sleep blues. Do you love Pout-Pout Fish? It's so fun to say Pout-Pout Fish. Yeah, it's really cute. Here we go with Pout-Pout Fish. Maybe you can think of some ways to fall asleep with Pout-Pout Fish. Here we go. Late one quiet evening, in the inky ocean deep, Mr. Fish blubbed, "Oh, I can't get to sleep." His mind was busy, and his fins were full of vim. Though he wanted to be dozing, there were 0 Z's for him. In a book, when you see a lot of Z's, that means someone is sleeping. So can you say that with me? Because a lot of fish are going to be saying that in this book. Here we go. I can't drop into dreamland. I can't slide into snooze. I'm wide awake. It's hard to take the can't sleep blues. A sleepy voice spoke softly. "Need some tips?" inquired Miss Clam. "Just watch and see, and soon you'll be as drowsy as I am." Smooth your seaweed bedding, then imagine fluffy sheep. Count them 1 to 20, and then presto, fall asleep. Mr. Fish took her advice, but he couldn't catch a snooze. "Miss Clam, I need more help," Miss Clam replied. She's asleep. Then a sleepy voice spoke softly. "There's an even better fix. You will love," said Mr. Crab, "all my get-to-sleep quick tips." Just put on purple PJs and 5 or 6 orange socks. Then soothe your busy thinking on a pillow made of rocks. I don't know about that. I like the purple PJs though. Mr. Fish took his advice, but he couldn't catch a snooze. "Mr. Crab, what now?" Mr. Crab replied. Then a sleepy voice spoke softly. "Here's what I would suggest. Guaranteed," said Mr. Eel, "to yield a pleasant night's rest." First, ripple to the left, then ripple to the right. Next, swirl in a circle. Swoosh, swoosh, nighty-night. Mr. Fish took his advice, but he couldn't catch a snooze. "Mr. Eel, what's the deal?" Mr. Eel replied. Everybody's asleep. Then a sleepy voice spoke softly. "For your slumber in the sea, here's a plan," said Mrs. Squid, "that's always done the trick for me." Just widen out your eyes and give 4 quick tiny blinks. Then softly close your lids. Automatic 40 winks. Mr. Fish took his advice, but he couldn't catch a snooze. Miss Squid, more ideas? Mrs. Squid replied. She's asleep too. Then Mr. Fish heard nothing, just a symphony of snore. He still couldn't sleep. He felt worse than before. I took all of their suggestions, which I followed to a T. Their methods worked for them, but they didn't work for me. I don't know what to do. He sank down in the kelp. But good is good advice. It does not always help. Then a sparkly voice emerged. Mr. Fish, you're partly right. The voice was dear Miss Shimmer. Her smile was kind and bright. But take what you've been given and learn from what you've tried. Then build your own solution. Trust yourself as a guide. The best advice of all, said Miss Shimmer to her friend, is to learn what works for you and make your own special blend. And that she said good night and departed from the scene. Now Mr. Fish was ready to create his own routine. I'll settle in my spot. I'll smooth my seaweed bed. I'll smooch my snoozy snuggle. Then I'll clear my busy head. I'll swoosh in gentle motion in the ocean wide and deep. I'll close my eyes, fins tucked in, and drift right off to sleep. Mr. Fish had tried his best to resolve he can't sleep blues. Mr. Fish, how'd it go? Mr. Fish. Mr. Fish replied, He finally fell asleep. That was great. I hope you can fall asleep tonight too. Maybe you can get something from this book that you could do. Thank you for joining me on the YouTube, Facebook. Thank you for joining me on the YouTube page and Goof and Giggle Facebook and YouTube channel. Bye-bye.